Okay, you're about to create your first discussion board post, so let's make sure you understand how to use the discussion tab here in D2L. So I'm in discussions, and before we dive in, let's actually click on settings. I want you to make sure that the view is working best for you. A lot of people have different opinions. Grid view is the default. That's probably what you've got right now, unless you've already changed it. I prefer reading view. I just think it's easier to navigate and uh, a little bit less overwhelming. So play around with each of these, see which one makes a little bit more sense to your brain, and then be sure to hit save. So in order to create a discussion board post, you need to click on the name of the discussion board that you want to participate in. Read the directions carefully. As always, there are often some sneaky directions in here, or a part 2, part 3, sometimes multiple due dates, so read carefully. When you're ready, click Start a New Thread. Be sure to enter a subject that's unique to your own topic. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and start typing your post. And since I'm in the Ask the Teacher forum, I'm going to do an example question. Now, I know this looks kind of funny right now off the bat, but yes, sometimes this does happen. Some students do create posts like this. So we need to make sure you're thinking about purpose and audience. Just like you do with your essays, think about it with your discussion posts as well. Your credibility is at stake in your discussion board posts. You want your classmates to take you seriously, and you want your instructor to take you seriously. Make sure that you're doing yourself justice. Make sure that you're really proving yourself. This right here sure doesn't help us a whole lot. It's also not even a question. So let's rewrite that. All right, how about this? We've got a greeting for the instructor. We point specifically to the area of concern. We explain what seems to be the problem. There is a question in here. Actually, there are 2 questions. And thank you is always nice. Sign off your discussion board post with your name. Now, if you think that everything's in there, always go here next. Click the spell check button. All right, so it thinks I spelled this wrong. However, that's my abbreviation for this, I believe, and I think it's fine, so I'm going to say ignore. And that's how I spell my name, so I'm going to say ignore. And when you're done, you want to click OK. Now, there are also some editing tools up here if you ever want to tweak your message, make something bold, italicized, underlined, those sort of things, bullet points. You can indent here, change the font and size. Most of that isn't necessary, but it's all in here if you want to do it. This is an image. There will be assignments where you are asked to include an attachment. So if you need to attach a document or a picture, which will be coming up in a couple of days, you can click on this button and go find your photo and make sure it loads all the way before you continue moving on. Once you think you're truly ready to go and you've spell checked and you have proofread, you can hit the post button, and then it will show up underneath the main discussion board topic with your own thread here. People can click on it and read it. They can reply, I can reply, which means a discussion board post is a conversation. It doesn't just end once you hit post. One thing I challenge you to do this semester is whenever you create a discussion board post, you need to make sure you go back and check for replies. Since it's a conversation, you don't want to just say something and then ignore everything that's said after it. So come back here, look for replies, especially in our normal class discussion board assignments. You should be in there reading what people say and responding and continuing the conversation. Not only is it polite, but it promotes academic discourse that we are striving for in this particular class.